Larry Kestleman started Dodo with very little experience in the internet or technology. Today, everybody knows the Dodo mascot, and they have over 250,000 customers around Australia. The company's experienced explosive growth in a very short period of time, and they're now branching out into mobile phones, web hosting, and retail stores. Today I'm speaking with Larry, the founder of Dodo, about how they did it.
Dodo is 5th or 6th largest internet provider with about 300 staff, in actual fact over 300 staff. Revenue-wise, we're tracking for this year to come close to $100 million in turnover and still growing. We're anticipating a growth of 30 to 40% at least for this year.
And you've only been going for how long?
We're into our 4th year, 3.5 years of very full-on growth.
And you've got a number of other products. Most people would know Dodo just as internet.
Over the last 6 months, as part of our plan, which started really from day one, it's been to become a telecommunications company, rather pure internet provider. Internet is something that we do very, very well and have been very successful at, but we're very keen to venture into telecommunications in general. We've started doing mobiles, landline communication, as well as looking to cross-sell other products to our own customers.
How did you get involved in the business?
I believe in the philosophy that you have to do what it is that you enjoy. If you're doing something that you enjoy, that's probably half of the reason for the success. And prior to this, I was involved in property development, which was good, but I can't say that it was necessarily something that I absolutely loved. It certainly brought its own rewards, but I always wanted to make sure that I was in an environment where I'm surrounded by professional, more office type environment where you can be challenged on different levels. And looking at the different markets, I thought this was one that had huge potential with a few very large players in the market, and an opportunity there to give them a run for their money.
And we're inside one of or probably your flagship store here in Melbourne, in Chapel Street. Do you want to tell us about the store concept?
The Dodo World Stores is something that came out of almost a demand from our customers. They wanted to see a real presence, something that they could actually venture into and continue the experience from the online presence that we have into the real world. So we've opened 5 stores in Melbourne as a trial and as a test bed for ourselves. There is something totally different. The stores are in the major shopping centres and main traffic areas in Chadstone, High Point, Chapel Street where we are now, one at Werribee Plaza and on St Kilda Road. There's something unlike anywhere else before. It's a complete high-tech experience. You come in and you've got everything from mobiles, which we're obviously very strong on. You've got digital cameras, you've got laptops, computers, you've got gaming, the whole gaming area, as well as a kids area where kids can have fun whilst the parents are shopping. They can watch DVDs and play games.
And free internet as well?
With any purchase. So you can buy a cup of coffee and surf your life away.
So it's a bit of a techie heaven in here.
Techie heaven, and a heaven for parents, because, and I think that's a big part of what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that when you come in, you actually have fun whilst experiencing all these gadgets. It's come from myself, from my partner, from my friends, where we all know you walk into a high-tech store and you're almost forced to get out of there quickly, where you want to experience it a little bit longer. So in our stores, you can come in, have a cup of coffee. You can watch some sport on our plasma screens, and at the same time experiment with the latest mobile phone or laptop computer.
Yeah, and one thing that's very unique to your brand is Dodo and the Dodo bird. How'd that come about?
When we first started, one of the prerequisites that we had, we wanted to make sure that we would not be confused with any other player, and we hired a marketing company to help us with that. Part of their brief was to come up with a name, and they didn't do a particularly good job of it. We got all the usual suspects of surf this and star that, and we didn't like any of it. So one night, late at night, we started kicking around with the names, and Dodo came about being a 4-letter, something very unique. I thought we had a white sort of canvas with it that we could create anything we wanted, because nobody actually really knows what a Dodo bird looks like. So we hired a very, very good graphic artist and animator to create our own bird. Obviously the bird looks very little like what an actual dodo looks like, and it was something that we knew would be quirky and people would talk about, and the way it's been designed, kids love it, and it's very unique. It's something that's become a very well recognized brand.
What do you think are the keys or the reasons behind your growth and success?
Pride. I think pride is something that is very important in our company. It's a family business, and it's run like a family business. I think a lot of people that work in our organisation, even though we have 300 or more people working, everybody knows who I am, who my partner is. It's really an open door policy. We're very proud of what we do, and we're very results orientated. It's not necessarily about the process, it's more results and being proud of what it is that we do.
What are the future plans for the brand?
The brand is, in actual fact, I call it a brand on steroids. The brand is actually a lot bigger than what we're using it for today. We want to certainly cross-sell to our own customers, provide more services to them, make sure that we're looking after all of their telecommunications needs, as well as obviously expanding the stores Australia-wide.